right, we're recording.
All right, I'd like to go ahead and open up the Warrenton Board of Alderman meeting for Tuesday, May 2nd, 2023. And if everyone would please rise so we can say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, next on the agenda, introduction of new employees, and I will turn that over to...
Let our department heads do that.
Good evening. First, I have Samantha Campbell, Police Records Clerk.
Welcome, Samantha.
Welcome, Samantha. I have two new police officers. The first is Alex Stevenson, and the second is James Turley. Both of those are the graduates of our recruit program.
Welcome, Alex and James.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. I'd like to introduce Todd Ussendiger for Public Works Maintenance Department. He started April 12, 2023.
Welcome, Todd.
Thank you.
Any others? All right. Consent agenda.
We have the regular meeting minutes from April 18th, 2023.
I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Alderman Quarter, second by Alderman Schultz. Roll call vote.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Porter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Jaspering is absent.
Passes 5-0 with one absent. Public comments. If anyone has anything to say, please come up to the podium, state your name, and we'll give you 5 minutes to speak. Nobody going? All right, moving on. Board of Alderman comments.
Nothing tonight? All good.
That's the first for you.
Sorry. It's windy out there.
Gotcha, it is windy out there. Nothing else? All right, we're moving on here. We have oath of office for Mr. Rowmaker.
I guess I could, since I'm acting mayor tonight. I could shake some hands.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I possess all of the qualifications
that I possess all the qualifications
for the position of Alderman
for the position of Alderman
for the City of Warrenton
for the City of Warrenton
as prescribed by law,
as prescribed by law,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Missouri,
and the state of Missouri,
the provisions of all laws of this state
the provisions of all laws of this state
affecting this city,
affecting this city,
and the code of ordinances of the City of Warrenton,
and the code of ordinances of the City of Warrenton,
and I will faithfully demean myself in office.
and I will faithfully demean myself in office.
Congratulations.
Now it's official. Yeah, it's official now.
There's no turning back. Next up is election of board president.
I'd like to nominate Jack Crump.
I would second that motion.
Motion made by Alderman Porter, and I'm okay with that also, by the way. It's not. For Jack Crum to be board president, second by Alderman Miller. Roll call vote?
Alderman Miller,
Yes.
Alderman Schultz,
Yes.
Alderman Crump,
Yes.
Alderman Quarter,
Yes.
Alderman Cullum,
Yes.
Alderman Romaker.
Yes.
Motion for Jack Crum to be board president passes 6-0. Next up is approve board of alderman committees for 2023.
The list was submitted. I think Brandy said basically all what she did was put Mr. Romaker's, or Alderman Romaker's name in place where Alderman Jaspering used to be. So if you guys are good with that.
I'm good to stay on the same committee.
Yeah.
Alderman Cullum, good? Okay. Good, okay. Entertain a motion to accept the Board of Alderman committees for 2023. Motion made by Alderman Schultz, second by Alderman Cullum. Roll call vote?
Alderman Crump,
Yes.
Alderman Porter,
Yes.
Alderman Cullum,
Yes.
Alderman Romaker,
Yes.
Alderman Miller,
Yes.
Alderman Schultz.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Next up, we have approve of the original packaged liquor license for the Fueler located at 26815 South Highway 47. Is that the new convenience store?
It is.
That's coming right along too.
I've seen concrete poured.
Yep, I came by there on the way in today, and it looks great. Doing a
That
lot.
Warrior Ridge?
Yeah,
Right
Warrior.
there at the intersection.
Yeah, 47 in Warrior Ridge there.
Aquatic Center.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll entertain a motion to accept the packaged liquor license for the Fueler located at 26815 South Highway 47.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Miller, second by Alderman Quarter. Roll call vote?
Alderman Quarter,
Yes.
Alderman Cullum,
Yes.
Alderman Romaker,
Yes.
Alderman Miller,
Yes.
Alderman Schultz,
Yes.
Alderman Crump.
Yes. Packaged liquor license for the Fueler passes 6-0. Next, we'll turn it over to Brandy Walters, City Administrator.
Good evening. The first thing that I have for you tonight is the tourism recommendations. Tourism met on April 25th, and they would like to make a recommendation to approve a
Randy,
request.
you're going in and out.
Oh, so sorry. They would like to make a recommendation to approve a request for reimbursement for the tribute to Veterans Memorial. This is not working. There it goes. To tribute of a Veterans Memorial in the amount of $486.61. This was for additional supplies and maintenance that they needed, and it is a budgeted item for tourism.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve tourism recommendations in the amount of $486.61.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Cullum, second by Alderman Schultz. Roll call vote?
Alderman Cullum,
Yes.
Alderman Romaker,
Yes.
Alderman Miller,
Yes.
Alderman Schultz,
Yes.
Alderman Crump,
Yes.
Alderman Quarter.
Yes.
Motion passes for the tourism recommendations of $486.61, 6-0. Go
The
ahead, Brandy.
next thing that I have for you tonight is an amendment. It's actually a second amendment to the concession agreement. This is with TSM. They currently have a concessions agreement with us through December of 2023. However, one of the owners has sold out, and now it's just a sole ownership of Nicole Thompson. And so we had to change that to put her name on there. What she's trying to do is get a liquor license really for all of these tournaments and that kind of stuff, but she's trying to get a liquor license, and they will not allow it with the current contract because it lists both owners and it has the previous owner's address. So we had to do an amendment that puts her as the sole owner with her home address.
It doesn't change the agreement, it's just
It's not.
changing the name.
Correct.
Okay.
It'll still only go through December of 2023.
Any questions?
No.
All those questions, sorry. I'll entertain a motion for the first reading of Bill number 2723.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Schultz, second by Alderman Cullum.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a second amendment to the concession provider agreement with Tournament Sports Management LLC.
I'll entertain a motion for the second reading of Bill number 2723.
So moved.
Second.
There you go. Either or.
Order. Motion, Miller, second.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a second amendment to the concession provider agreement with Tournament Sports Management LLC.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Bill number 2723 passes 6-0.
The next thing I have for you tonight is the TAP grant, and this is a second TAP grant. The first one was to pay for the first two phases of the sidewalks that are going from Market Street Plaza to the Warrenton Shops. And that paid the first grant that we got paid for the first two phases, and we received that in 2021. We were awarded that. This second TAP grant is being awarded to take care of that third phase. And it was awarded, that's our final phase for this project, and it was awarded in the amount of $334,524 with a city match of $196,466.67. And the next step for us to complete is all the required documents with MoDOT, and then bid the project in the next couple of months. And construction should start this summer with a completion date of late '23 or '24.
So they would get started this summer on this project?
Late this year. So it might be late summer, early fall, and then completed early 2024.
What are they considering early 24?
I'm guessing with weather, it's probably spring. Just my guess.
That's what I was thinking, May of next year it would be completed, so, all right.
Brandy, would you start reading it again? What was the 300 and some thousand you were?
This second award was in the amount of $334,524.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And this is what the city is contributing, right? Okay, thank you.
Any other questions on this?
From here.
All right. I'll entertain a motion for the first reading of Bill number 2423.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Alderman Quarter, second by Alderman Miller.
An ordinance authorizing execution of a Transportation Enhancement Funds Program Agreement between Missouri Highway and Transportation Commission and the City of Warrenton, Missouri to construct a sidewalk connection along Veterans Memorial Parkway from the entrance of Market Street Shops to Rural King entrance.
I'll entertain a motion for the second reading of Bill number 2423.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Cullum, second by Alderman Schultz.
An ordinance authorizing execution of a Transportation Enhancement Funds Program Agreement between Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission and the City of Warrenton, Missouri to construct a sidewalk connection along Veterans Memorial Parkway from the entrance of Market Street Shops to Rural King entrance.
Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Bill number 2423 passes 6-0.
The next thing I have for you tonight is to discuss the proposed water and sewer rates. The last time we discussed this was in early April, and it kind of gave us a number to start with on the budget. So we just want to kind of finalize that to make sure that before we go any further in the budget, that our numbers are correct. I'm also going to let Dana jump in here anytime. So we haven't discussed this since before the bonds were passed. Now the bonds have been passed, so we can proceed with this project. What our sewer rate study left us at, water sewer ready study left us at, was a 4% increase in water and a 6.89% increase in sewer. And what we are proposing is that we keep those increases, we give those increases they go into effect August 1st, and we would keep it at that for 18 months. So It would take us through the end of 2024 before we would do any kind of new, I don't know why this is not working, before we would do any kind of rate change at all. So it would go through the end of 2024, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, Dana. The increase on the water, we're looking at 4%, which is about $13.92 per year or $1.16 a month. And on sewer is approximately $2, and this is for an average user of 5,000 gallons a month. We're looking at an increase of $2.21 per month or $40.44 a year. A monthly increase of approximately $3.37 for an average 5,000 gallon user.
Randy, is the 18 months to cover the cost of the bond payback payment? Timeframe, or?
I'm going to let Dana poke in on this.
So twofold there. The 18 months is proposed because, one, we are changing our budget cycle, so we will now be on a calendar fiscal year. So it helps us align with in the future, we're going to propose that we do our rate changes effective with our fiscal year. So we ask you for them in January instead of August in the future. So this is our opportunity to align that with each other. The other thing is we have spoken a little further about the issuance of these bonds, and we're proposing right now that we're likely to break them up slightly, perhaps go 2 issuances, like 12 months apart, as opposed to all 13,000 at one time. So 13 million. Yeah, sorry, we only needed 13,000. So it gives us a little bit of space there that we can keep things level just a little bit longer. So we'll push for that 18 months at the current proposed increases here. The other thing I wanted to be sure we understood that while we say, like in sewer, we're saying it's overall a 6.89% increase, that increase is 4% to the minimum rate for sewer, and then there is a rate per 1,000 gallons after that. So the minimum includes your first 1,000 gallons, and then every 1,000 gallons after that, there's a different rate for that. So you kind of have a larger little base rate there, and then an additional rate. So the additional rate is actually, as opposed to 4%, it's actually 9%. So in the end, the impact to the average residential customer is 6.89% as far as a monthly bill.
So the water and sewer together, average monthly increase is $3.37.
For your residential customers.
Residential?
Yes.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And the other thing I wanted to discuss too is our engineering firm left us an excellent tool for projecting in the future. So they have a complex worksheet that takes in projections, it takes in housing counts, it takes in inflation, it takes in lots of factors, and that goes out for a 5-year projection. So when we say that, this is what we're anticipating right now, and we see we're going to need a little increase each year, that's based on the data that we plug into it today. And our goal is that every year, before we come forward for rate increases, we'll do those worksheets again. We have them internally now, we will do them again, and come forward to the board with a realistic number at that point in time.
Dana, did I hear you say that you had, we have the worksheets? We don't have to go back to the engineering firm to get that information, correct?
You're absolutely right. We have them, and we have the tools to do it on an ongoing basis. Not that I would ever say that the city shouldn't occasionally, maybe every 5 years or so, use a consultant to help review all those costs. But I think there is certainly a tool in place now that we can feel very comfortable with what we bring forward to the board each year.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? No? All right. What do you need from me?
So we just need to know if that is, if you guys are good with those targets that we've got, the 4% for the water and then the 6.89% for sewer. That was projected at the last work session.
Anyone opposed?
I'm not opposed, I think.
Everyone's in favor?
Yes.
Yeah, we got to keep up with growth, for sure.
Everybody's good with the 18 months?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you for that explanation on the 18 months, Dana. That's
Back on track.
because we are actually changing to a yearly versus a fiscal year.
Sure, yes.
All that I have for you.
Well, thank you, Brandy. All right, next up, Dana. Again, thanks.
You have a list of claims before you this evening. Claims totaling $225,534.07. Did you have any questions regarding that list of claims?
What was that number again, please, Dana?
$225,534.07.
Thank you. Anybody
No
have
questions?
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the accounts payable in the amount of $225,534.07.
So moved.
Second.
Alderman Quarter. Motion made by Alderman Quarter, second by Alderman Romaker. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullen? Yes. Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
All right, go ahead, Dana.
Next item on the agenda are the March financials. Just some key items on those financials. You'll see that the general fund revenue before transfers is about $300,000 above budget, made up of about $60,000 in sales tax, and motor fuel is up about $42,000, franchise tax up about $86,000. When we look at the expenses for the general fund, they are $249,000 below budget, primarily related to vacancies. Key area would be police and lower fuel costs than what was budgeted. Transportation fund, $98,000 above budget. In the revenues, that's just that MoDOT Highway 47 reimbursement. In the water sewer fund, revenues are about $177,000 above budget, a mixture of $53,000 in residential, commercial water sewer sales. Industrial sewer, $170,000 above budget. Connection fees are below budget, so $122,000 below budget in connection fees. When we look at operating expenses for water and sewer, $163,000 below budget, about half of that related to vacancies through the year. The remainder is supplies, maintenance, things that we just haven't had a chance to spend yet. Were there any questions on those March financials?
No, no questions?
No.
No, thank you. All right, what else?
The next item is budget adjustments. So for this current fiscal year, there are a list of budget adjustments before you, many of them housekeeping type issues. There are many capital projects that were started in the prior fiscal year but not completed, and those funds we are asking to carry over and make the appropriate budget adjustments for those. There are a few other budget adjustments, some increase in some revenues, like we've seen here. Sales tax is running a little above budget. Court revenues are a little above budget. We have some grant revenue that wasn't anticipated initially for this fiscal year. So there are a list of detailed budget adjustments before you. Were there any questions regarding those?
I have none.
None at this time.
So I'll entertain a motion for the first reading of bill number 2523.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Collum, second by Alderman Quarter.
An ordinance amending the budget of the City of Warrenton, Missouri for fiscal year 2022-2023.
I'll entertain a motion for the second reading of bill number 2523.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Romaker, second by Alderman Miller. Roll call vote. I'm sorry.
An ordinance amending the budget of the City of Warrenton, Missouri for fiscal year 2022-2023.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Crump,
Yes.
Alderman Quarter,
Yes.
Alderman Cullum,
Yes.
Alderman Romaker,
Yes.
Alderman Miller,
Yes.
Alderman Schultz.
Yes.
Bill number 2523 passes 6-0. Next, we have Aquatics Director, Lisa Kramer.
Good evening. You have in front of you the monthly report for the Aquatic Center for April. We had 3,407 people come through the doors the month of April. This is up almost 900 people from last year. I think it's a lot higher because we were not offering group swim lessons last year during this time. We did also sell 16 new memberships and renewed 5 memberships for the month of November. Beginning June, we're going to be adding a new class called Pre-Competitive Swim Team, where we'll be able to get more endurance training for kids that have been coming to swim lessons or can swim the length of the pool and need a little more advanced training. That'll start beginning of June, as well as another junior lifeguard class. Private and group swim lessons will end next week, and they will resume the week of the week of June 12th. And the outdoor pool is scheduled to open Saturday, May 27th, provided the weather warms up a little bit. And we will go to our summer hours the week of June 5th. Are there any questions?
Is your lifeguard staffing up to what you wanted, or how you doing with that?
For right now, lifeguard staffing is good. I'm actually going to the high school tomorrow to recruit for the junior lifeguard class as well as new lifeguards. And I've had success the last 2 years getting guards by spending lunch with the high schoolers, so I'm hoping that that will be successful again this year.
Good, thank you.
Have we had any newcomers because of our new electronic sign? Has anybody noticed us that didn't realize that we were there?
We have had people coming in that have never been to the pool. I like to think it's because of the sign, so sure.
It is a sign.
It's
That was a yes, no.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we've also had people coming during the daytime when we're not open. We've had a few people. So hopefully that means we'll have people come between 12 and 4 all summer.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That was great. Thank you, Lisa.
Sure.
All right, next up, Grounds and Maintenance Director, Justin Knoll.
Good evening, Board. You have our monthly report for April. Again, been a busy spring, and preparing the baseball fields and parks for guests. And like this last weekend, we had a big tournament out at the sports complex, and had a really big turnout. It was really windy on Sunday. I think they just about flew away. But it's been going really well, and just keep on going. So, yep. Also, we have a code change. Or you guys have any questions about the report?
No, I don't.
No, fine. Just continue with it. All right. We're asking for a code change to expand the bases at the monuments. We'd like to go to have a concrete base extended about 4 inches. This will kind of add some stability to the stones and the monuments, keep them standing up straight, and also allow for a little easier maintenance around the stones to kind of keep equipment from coming into contact with the stones. So this code would, I think, we would have a 4-inch base all the way around, and just the monument companies would be responsible for seeing that that's provided.
So really, we're just looking at making the base bigger, so then the monument itself can go on centered inside that, right?
Yes.
How are they now?
So I think it's kind of up to the purchaser of what their monument installation is. There's no code that says they have to have said bases. There is a base that's, I think it's 18 inches, and it has to be the size of the stone. but as far as the limits, we don't have a codes specific.
Got you. So some of the stones are the same size as the base, and then we're clipping it with the mowers or the weed eater and stuff like that?
Correct.
Gotcha. All right.
So you were just going to add an additional 4 inches
Yes.
from the stone?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
I know the monument maker in Washington, Missouri, doesn't want to set a stone on concrete. He wants to set it on an actual stone. So that would apply to this as well, correct?
So there's a couple installations up there that Melanie and I, we talked about this. I think we could probably word it as long as there is a substantial slab within that 4-inch parameter. It could probably be worded.
I just, personal experience, I know the monument maker in Washington says concrete deteriorates over time, and it's preferable to set it on a stone instead of a concrete slab.
Right.
We're basically just looking for the 4 inches around to make sure that we don't have any issues with the stone during cutting season.
Perfect.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. We'll work with them, yeah. Any other questions?
One thing I might mention, we're having a lot of cutout of conversation tonight. I don't know whether can you explain what's going on, Brandy?
Well, we actually are working with a company to kind of fix our sound system. They were out here all day yesterday. I think right now what the issue is you have to be right in front of the microphone in order for it to work. Before you could kind of go off to the side and be back a little bit. And when they adjusted them yesterday, I feel like you don't have any side at all. You got to be right on it.
So will they adjust them back to the?
Yes.
Oh, well, okay, good.
Anything else
By
by
anyone?
Nope.
All right, I'll entertain a motion for the reading of bill number 2623. Motion made by Alderman Cullum, second by Alderman Schultz.
An ordinance amending section 145.160 of the municipal code of the city of Warrenton, Missouri regarding monuments and grave markers.
And I'll entertain a motion for the second reading of bill number 2623.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Miller, second by Alderman Romaker.
An ordinance amending section 145.160 of the municipal code of the city of Warrenton, Missouri regarding monuments and grave markers.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes. Bill number 2623 passes 6-0.
anything
Else,
else?
Justin?
Nope.
All right.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. All right. Public Works Director, Guy Jeevers.
Good evening. First item I have is the monthly report. Crews have repaired 2 manholes off of AA and Veterans Memorial, repaired 4 shutoffs. We had 152 locates, and they're out filling potholes, and we're also in the process of training new people, so trying to get them on board. Questions on a monthly report?
Are you getting caught up on potholes, Guy?
No, sir.
No, sir. I figured that was going to be the answer.
Were you going to ever get caught up?
Yeah.
When they quit popping up, I mean, you could go down the street and it'd be all fine, and the next day you go back and there's a pothole. So it helps when people call and let us know about them.
And thank you for fixing a couple that I did call about. I appreciate
Fine. I mean, it makes it. I mean, we try to drive around and see them, but some of them we don't see till unless somebody calls or reports a pothole online, and it kind of makes it easier for us to know where we can go out and do it.
You still have that software online where the map, you can mark where you...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can go online and do a concern, and it'll say report a pothole or report a water issue. That comes across our email. Multiple people get it, and then we'll address it. What's nice is when we go to do the potholes, and we know we got some out there, you got them in the back of a truck, we can go out and hit all of them when we can. I know we fixed some the other day, and we got a phone call. There was 2 other ones that we didn't see, so, but it helps a big deal if people at least report them.
So on our webpage, where exactly
I think you can go to the city's website, and I think it says report a concern, and it'll give up multiple things that they can report it, and you can go to Public Works, and there's multiple things you can choose from to get that.
perfect?
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Guy.
What else do you have for us?
Next time I have a proposal for professional service for Flora Avenue stormwater improvements from Cherry Street to Roosevelt from Cochran Engineering for the amount of $23,475. We're doing stormwater work on Steinhagen, McKinley, and the water coming down from there, that stretch on Flora won't accept that much water we're bringing down. We didn't put this in the budget originally till we did the calculations and realized this pipe needs to be bigger, so that's what this is for.
So they're going to come out and make this pipe bigger?
Well, this is the engineering part of it. I have a cost estimate, which I don't have in front of me, for that project, which will be put on the next budget coming up.
Gotcha. So it's just for the engineering part of it?
That's correct. So I need approval for that.
All right, I'll entertain a motion for the approval of Cochran Engineering proposal for professional services for Flora Avenue stormwater improvements in the amount of $23,475.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Alderman Quarter, second by Alderman Schultz. Roll call vote.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 to approve the Cochran Engineering proposal for professional services at Floral Avenue, sewer improvements in the amount of $23,475. Anything else, Guy?
Oh, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Guy. Next up.
So the city had a request from the developer to accept the roads in the subdivision known as the Estates at Pinckney Ridge. And the Public Works Director has went out and checked, and everything has been approved and up to standard. So this is an ordinance to accept those streets.
That
The Meadows of Walnut.
Oh, sorry. It's supposed to say the Estates at Pinckney Ridge. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
We already did Meadows of Walnut Hollow. Yeah, Plat 3 we did. Plat 4 is still in the process, but Plat 3 was accepted.
So this is the estates of Pinckney Ridge
Pinckney
is what we're
Ridge, it's
voting
over
on.
there off of Pinckney Street.
Correct. Okay. All right.
All right, I'll entertain a motion for the first reading of Bill number 2823.
Second?
Motion made by Alderman Cullum, second by Alderman Quarter.
An ordinance accepting land as road and utility easements which are known as Warrior Avenue, Fremont Trail, Samuels Pass, Dennison Drive, Corbin's Crossing, Hudson Hills, Jane's Landing, and Robinson Lane, including all roundings as shown in the estates at Pinckney Ridge by the city of Warrenton, Missouri.
Who names our streets?
The developer.
All
Can you
right,
tell?
just curious. All right, I'll entertain a motion for the second reading of Bill number 2823.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Schultz, second by Alderman Romaker.
An ordinance accepting land as road and utility easements which are known as Warrior Avenue, Fremont Trail, Samuels Pass, Dennison Drive, Corbin's Crossing, Hudson Hills, Jane's Landing, and Robinson Lane, including all roundings as shown in the estates at Pinckney Ridge by the city of Warrenton, Missouri.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Bill number 2823 passes 6-0.
Second thing is he's requesting the city accept the street lights and the water and sewer lines for the estates at Pinckney Ridge also.
Bill number
Motion made by Alderman Schultz. Second by Alderman Cullum.
An ordinance accepting streetlights, water and sewer lines at the estates at Pinckney Ridge by the city of Warrenton, Missouri.
I'll entertain a motion for the second reading of Bill number 2923.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Quarter, second by Alderman Romaker.
An ordinance accepting streetlights, water and sewer lines of the estates at Pinckney Ridge by the city of Warrenton, Missouri.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Schultz.
Yes.
Alderman Cross.
Yes.
Alderman Porter.
Yes.
Alderman Cullum.
Yes.
Alderman Romaker.
Yes.
Alderman Miller.
Yes.
Bill number 2923 passes 6-0. Anything else, Melody?
That's it.
All right, I'll entertain a motion.
Alderman Crump, before we go, I think we may be remiss if we didn't welcome our new Warren County Record editor, Jason Cook, back and back. Welcome to Warrington, and normally you sit up front.
Welcome, Jason.
Yes, look forward to working with you. I'm good.
You're good now? All right. I'll entertain a motion to close the regular Board of Alderman meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Quarter, second by Alderman Schultz. All in favor say aye.
Hey.
Aye. Aye.